Hi guys, welcome back to another video here on the channel, and I'm doing something a little different today. So as you guys know, there's very many ways to do multi-streaming. As you guys know, there's many ways to do it. So the first method I'm going to show you guys is obviously, I've showed this multi-stream plugin in the past on StreamElements. But I'm going to show you like the many ways to do multi-streaming. So of course you got this one, which is your main encoder. You got Twitch as the main output, because that's what I have as the main output. I got my YouTube, which I do vertical streams. As you can see, my vertical scene over here. When I switch scenes, you'll see the different ones. We got Kick over here because I stream on Kick, also Twitter, and you can add more like TikTok, but TikTok's kind of broken at the moment. Like for instance, I go to add it, like watch, I'll show you what I mean, guys, by this. So I'll go to connect. All right, there it is. And then you go here. And then every time I stream on it, I get this message. So that's what I mean. Like every time you do connect it, it's problematic. And yeah, it is what it is. So that's why I'm not doing TikTok right now. You can also do vertical Twitch. That's a new thing they're doing. Yeah, so like I said, this is basically the plugin for StreamElements. You got the multi-chat here. I got my other chats here as well. Kick, Twitch, the multi-chat. You'll see all the chats here. Trovo, even though I don't use it, so I'll disconnect that. I'll just leave it up. Why not? But you'll see all the chats here normally. And as you can see, they don't have Trovo in the in the chat window anymore, because I think a lot of people realize that Trovo's kind of dead at this point, so it's not really worth it. So yeah. So I'll show you some of the other alternatives to these plugins too. Alright, so here's one of these other plugins. You got Aitum Multistream, which, as you can see, it looks the same like, StreamElements. Only difference is you click the buttons like click, 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 for example. I'm just doing that as an example. And it's another good tool. Like a lot of people like using it. So it's not, I've used it in the past. It's pretty decent. So yeah, it's definitely another good product. Then you got Aitum Vertical, which, it's the same as StreamElements, as you've seen, with like, the vertical scenes already being displayed like I showed you guys. So there's that. You also got StreamSuit. I wouldn't recommend this plugin because it's still quite a mess, and there's still OBS crashes. So, I wouldn't recommend StreamSuit for that very reason. I've used it, I've had crashes, and yeah, there's just a lot of crashes with it. So here's another website. This is called BeamStream.gg. I've used this in the past. I had this as like an extra destination to StreamElements. So how it works is, yes, it's not free. you got to pay for it. It's just kind of one of those things. It's like $3.95 unless you waive sponsorships with streaming, you know. So how it works is you go to Studio and then you can add these services like Twitch, YouTube, Kick, Valora, and you can add all these. Valora is kind of a new platform. They're really cool. So yeah, this is just an example. Just showing you guys like how it works. Like you add platform. Like for instance, you go to Twitch. Like, well, that happened. Anyways, we'll try adding it again. Alright, let's try adding Kick. I guess Twitch is having problems. But as you can see, like, if you talk, like, Kick, for example, you type something, the chat would show here. This is just an example. But yeah. I was just showing you guys how it works, basically. So you just add any destination here, it works here, and yeah. So here's another way to multi-stream. This is from Casterlabs. They're pretty well known for their bot that shows all the chats in one. This is kind of a cool tool. You also have the multi-stream set up here, like the plans. Like as you can see, it's not free. It does cost money, and yeah, there's even paid options. You know, like there's so many ways to multi-stream, like so many ways to do it. So you can do it this way as well. So that's also an alternative. And another thing I'll say is I'll link all these you know, all these different websites, and I'll link it in the description below so you guys can, you know, check them out, see what works for you best. I'm going to show you another one. Yes, there's another one. So this is by Meld Studio. This is called Meld Multistream. So basically you sign in. So I'm going to sign in real quick and I'll show you guys. Alright, so this is how it works. Like you can add a destination, Twitch, got your Kick on there, got your Rumble, got Nemo TV. There's so many ways to do this. And you just hit these buttons for auto start, you copy the string key, put it in OBS, and you can do it. Like there's like just so many ways to do this. So it's crazy to think there's so many ways to do multi-streaming nowadays. And you can also stream from Meld Studio, which I'll show you that. So let me go to Meld. Oh, well, we'll just go to Meld. See? Another way to do it. You got your Twitch there, got your YouTube, Facebook, but you don't really need Meld Studio, to be honest. As much as it is a good software, I prefer OBS because I like the mic filters. But that's just me personally. Okay, so there's this next one called OBS Streaming Plugin. It's Multi-RTMP. As you can see, this is what it looks like in OBS. You got, you know, they're showing like the different platforms. Obviously, I translated this to English so you guys could see more about it. I know there's many ways to go about this, like I was saying, like not too long ago. But I figured I would cover every single plugin like every single plugin, you know, that try to, you know what I mean? Just cover it all. So that's what I decided I would do. So yeah, you can install this in OBS. You put your platforms in here on this side, put in the stream key, of course, and it's kind of showing you how to do it. Yes, it's in a different language, but this is from someone who is from a different country like Japan or wherever. But I think it was cool that they crafted this plugin. And then I'll show you guys the final one that I found. Like there's like I was saying, like how there's so many different ways of going about it. You know, you got your Meld, you got your StreamElements Multistream, you got Aitum, you got the OBS plugin, you got Casterlabs, you know, I did say Meld, I'm pretty sure I already said Meld. But there's so many ways to go about it nowadays. Oh, and you also got your you know what? I forgot about Meld Studio, so I'll show you guys that too. Okay, so here's Meld Studio. As you can see, you can toggle all these different platforms. And it shows them connected. Like, I'm not personally a big fan of Rumble myself, but this is kind of cool that you can do this, you know? And apparently you can make money off it and yada yada yada. But I feel like Rumble's mostly politics. That's kind of like the one day I was streaming on Rumble, I got some guy who came in and dropped politics in my chat. And I was just like, yeah, I'm kind of not a fan of it. But this is kind of what it looks like. Live chats would appear here. Oh, you can pop out chat too. But yeah, normally this is where all your destinations would go, and you know, but it's cool that there's many ways to multi-stream, like so many ways. So like that's another one, and then I'll show you guys the very last one. And the very last one I thought I would show you guys is Restream. And I'd say like I'm kind of mixed on this one because look at this. You gotta pay quite a lot just to multi-stream. And like they want like $19 if you want to do 3 platforms, which you know you can't guarantee if it'll ever work properly because it can be absolute garbage at times. You know, I had disconnect issues with like YouTube and stuff with this. And I gotta say I'm not really a fan, you know. The only pro about it is obviously TikTok, but with TikTok keep restricting access, like even using that, it's not worth it. But look at this, they got all these platforms, you got YouTube, Facebook. Facebook Live's kind of dead, Trovo's dead. TikTok, if it works, works. D-Live is dead. Nemo, surprisingly, it's active. So these are all the platforms they have. Twitter, that's just there to be there, I guess. Yeah, Kick, I'd say, like, I feel like the most active platforms would be YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and I guess Rumble, but you're gonna deal with politics over there, so I definitely wouldn't recommend it. So that's just my personal opinion. But anyways, guys, those are all the ways to multi-stream from what I found. Like there's so many options. Like I know there's so many ways to do it. Oh, last thing. Before I leave this video out, there is one more. I keep forgetting about it. Streamlabs Ultra multi-streaming. So there's even why did I go to Restream? I meant to put on here we are, Streamlabs. As much as no one is a fan of Streamlabs, this is another way to do it. So, you know, obviously it's the same kind of way to do it. I know some people like Streamlabs, not everyone does. But yeah, personally for me, I don't like Restream and I do not like Streamlabs too much. My preferred method would obviously be StreamElements. That'd be my preferred method. So anyways guys, I hope that video helped today. You know, at least I didn't leave any of these out. I will put all these in the description below and you can, you know, decide to use them or don't. That's entirely up to you. I personally like StreamElements Multistream because it's already, you know, in SE.Live and it's free. And the multi-chat works long as you mod StreamElements. And it works on all the platforms, even Kick. And like the only one I don't see is Twitter, but I toggle that off anyways because I don't give anybody chat access on there. It's just so people can see that I'm live and, you know, be able to communicate with me if they want, whatever platform I'm on. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. You know, this will probably be my final video on multi-streaming unless another multi-streaming program. Oh crap, you know what? I said I was done, but there's another one. So before I end this video, let me go to it real quick. My golly, I think I've covered everything and then I forget about something. So there's also Prism Live Studio. Prism, I'll get this one linked in there too. So it's kind of the same. You can even multi-stream from Prism Live. So it lets you do your YouTube and all that. I've used this before. It's not bad. The only downside is the viewer count. So if you do use Prism Live, just be aware that there is a viewer count thing, and it's I don't like it. I don't like it too much. But I mean the software is great. It's just I wish you could hide your viewer count. That would be great. So anyways, now I'm wrapping it up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I appreciate you being here, hanging out with me on this video and giving it a watch. I hope it was very helpful. And this will be my video of the new year. So much love, Phoenix Army. I'll see you in the next live stream, next video, next short, and I'll see you in the next one.